Hello guys, and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs, and welcome back to the 129th episode of the Now Update. Today I've got quite a lot to talk about, so let's jump in with all the latest Now That's Apple Music news and updates. So first of all, we'll go through the upcoming albums that are due to be released. So of course now Yearbook 1985 Extra was released on Friday and the album's out now. If you would like to get yourself a copy, you can do, there'll be a link in the description down below. You can of course get yourself a copy from all the usual places, so Amazon, the HMV's website, and of course Now Music's online store. And of course you also have got supermarkets and HMV stores. And of course for supermarkets you'll have to check if your local supermarket has a CD section. And as this is a Yearbook Extra album, there's no guarantee that your local supermarket will be selling this. Some supermarkets don't actually sell the Yearbook Extras. I definitely recommend you check your local supermarket to see if they do. So now I'll go through the upcoming albums that are due to be released. So the only upcoming album that we've got due to be released is Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984 Extra, the final chapter, and that is due to be released on the 3rd of February. If you would like to pre-order yourself a copy of the album, you can do. Again, I'll leave a link in the description down below if you'd like to go and pre-order yourself a copy. You can of course pre-order from all the usual places, so Amazon, HMV's website, and of course Now Music's online store. And when the album's out, you'll be able to get that in supermarkets and HMV stores. And again, with the supermarkets, you'll have to check your local supermarket CD section. And again, as I said, not all supermarkets sell the Yearbook Extra album, so I definitely recommend you have a look in your local store. So of course I just did say Now Yearbook 1985 Extra was of course released on Friday. I did in fact review that. If you would like to have a look at my review, you can do. There'll be a link in the description down below, or of course you can check that out on the Now Review playlist on this channel. So now let's have a look at all the Now That's Apple Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart. This is where I look at all the Now That's Apple Music albums that feature in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and I'll review these episodes every Monday. So at number 2 we have Now That's Apple Music 113. That's unfortunately down one place this week. Of course that stayed at number 1 for quite a long time. That has just unfortunately this week dropped down one place. We can hope that can make its way back up. I really do hope that can make its way back up to number 1 next week. At 11 we have Now number 1's 70 Years of the Official Singles Chart. At 12 we have Now That's What I Call a Massive 80s Party. At 32 we have Now That's What I Call Music 112. At 34 we have Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984 The Final Chapter. At 35 we have Now That's What I Call 90s Dance Floor. At 41 we have Now That's What I Call Timeless the Songs. And at 47 we have Now That's What I Call Rock 2021. So those are all the Now That's What I Call Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and I release episodes every Monday. So this week we have 8 albums in the top 50. We did of course have 12 last week, so that means we've lost another 4 albums this week. We have in fact lost quite a few albums over the last few weeks. Unfortunately, every single album in the top 50 this week is unfortunately moving down. We have no albums maintaining their place, and of course no albums moving up. Every single album is unfortunately moving down. I really do hope more of these can start moving up. I know the last few weeks it's been looking a little bit better with more albums moving up, but unfortunately recently we've been losing a lot of albums falling out of the top 50 and are still between either 50 or 100 or completely out of the top 100. But there's a lot of albums of course come out the chart, and of course a lot of albums moving down. We do actually have a surprise new entry. It's not actually into the top 50, but it is between 50 and 100. Of course at 98 we have Now Yearbook 1985 Extra, which of course was only just released on Friday, and of course it made its way into the chart already. I believe that's probably down to one of the retailers actually selling this album earlier. I think Asda actually started putting their copies out in some stores from Tuesday. I've heard a few people got theirs from Asda on Tuesday, so that would of course had an effect on the chart, which means of course it's gone up into the chart before we expected. We did of course not expect that to enter the chart until next week. No, of course that's a new entry very far down the chart. I expect that'll be very high up in the chart next week. It's probably made its way into the top 100 because of Asda putting those out earlier. I expect that's the reason why. So there's not going to be an awful lot of sales because of that, so that's why it's quite low down the chart. I expect that'll be quite high up in the chart next week, but it was definitely a surprise to see that it entered the chart already. But as I said, we can just hope that more of these albums in the top 50 start moving up over the next few weeks. So that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. It'd be massively appreciated if you do. Also make sure you subscribe and enable notifications to be notified every time I release a new video, and make sure you follow my Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. That'll be just to the side right there, and links to my social medias will be in the description down below. We'll make sure you go follow up on all of them. And guys, I'll see you soon for another YouTube video.